And like, to understand that, it's so huge. If you want to succeed as a trader, the first step you have to do is building a fundament. Entry models, strategies, exits, trade management. That's like you're trying to build a house with no fundament. So you're building your walls with your entry models, you're building the roof with your targeting and your trade management, but the house will collapse in as soon a little bit wind comes up because your fundament is not properly. Okay, so because a lot of people, and I just went through the psychology thread in the Discord, and like also there was the question. I wanted to say something, and this is like a big thing in my opinion. Like, there is no trading psychology. You have to understand it. The problems, if you experience problems while you're trading, it's not related to trading. It's your general overall mental mindset. You can't pinpoint it to trading psychology, and that's why I think most of the books are not really helping people on the long term. Because you can fix, or you can try to fix your FOMO, you can try to fix your fear, but the fear is not really coming from trading per se. It's coming way deeper. It's like your mental mindset overall, what you have. So in the professional environment, like where I was working, they are called performance coaches, but these people, they are literally shrinks. They are not people who are only looking at trading, and when they work with you, they go deep into your mindset and psychology in a more generalistic sense that you could imagine. So in my opinion, all these trading books about psychology, they take it from the wrong side, because you can't fix only trading related psychology, because your general psychology will always override whatever you learn in a trading psychology book. And like, this is actually the reason why, let's say, 70% of the traders have failed. Is not entry model, is not trading model, is not stop loss, is not time frame. It's psychology. They can't handle it. So if you not start, when you have problem, when you experience FOMO and all of this stuff, you have to go deeper than only saying, yeah, I have FOMO because I'm losing money, because that's not the real reason. If you want to fix it, you have to go deeper. You have to work on your general mindset, how you see life, how you see situations. That's like a big thing. And I'm gonna drop a video about it, because I know if people put in the time, you're gonna turn into warriors. But like, you have to work on your mindset every day. It's not gonna change from today to tomorrow. But it's not a trading related topic, and trading related will not fix your problems. That's what I can tell you for sure. Sorry.
I would agree. I think that's very yeah, I was listening to another charter, and like he was just sharing how like being a retail trader, like we don't have like these performance psychology coaches, right? That's gonna, you know, evaluate us day in, day out, session in, session out, week in, week out, right? Like that's one of the disadvantages we have being retail, trade anywhere at home, anywhere in the world trader, and like you need to have a resource, you need to have a means to fill that need. You
Yeah.
can't, like, you gotta be resourceful and like figure that out. Like you gotta be your own psychologist.
Yeah, but the point is, like, they're like, that's also one problem of the industry. So there are like people who are trying to make money with trading psychology, But these are the worst people to tend to, because there is so much resource. Even if you just want to learn it by yourself, there's so much good free resources out there which helps you to get a proper mindset. And like when I'm talking about proper mindset, it's just like not living in the past. And like this is also related when you're a person who is always thinking about what happened in the past, or you worry too much about the future. This will have you. It will make problems if you start trading. Because trading is the purest source of the moment. Because when you enter the trade, that's when you enter the trade. There's no more going back. So once you're in there, it doesn't matter what happened in the past, and you will not be able to predict the future. Trading is teaching you to live in the moment and to react in the moment, not in the past, not in the future. And this is such a, like, if you go and you look for people like Joe Dispenza, for example, like there's so much free content out there to understand like the general mindset which you should apply, not for trading only, it's for your whole life. How to see life, how to feel. Like so much people running around and are depressed or not feeling well because they only think about the bad things which happened in the past, or they are worried about the future. That's not life. It's not how it's intended to be. And like whenever you have this mindset and you're gonna start trading, you're gonna lose big time because you were not able to handle the stress trades are putting on you. That's all the reasons where people have FOMO, because they see the market going down, all related to mindset. And this is like, actually this topic is huger than everything else what is there in the trading space. Like only this fixing you could take literally. I am convinced. I know people making money with Elliott waves. I know people using simple support and resistance. I have known the originator of turtle trades, or the turtle strategy. You never heard about it. Who made a shit ton of money with it, which is literally a very simple concept. And like, to understand that, it's so huge. If you want to succeed as a trader, the first step you have to do is building a fundament. Entry models, strategies, exits, trade management. That's like you're trying to build a house with no fundament. So you're building your walls with your entry models, you're building the roof with your targeting and your trade management, but the house will collapse in as soon a little bit wind comes up because your fundament is not properly. It starts there, and there's a lot of so good content out there which is not trading related, but people, they start trading and they think, yeah, I need a trading psychology book. No, it's the wrong approach, because you're not going to fix anything.
You gotta fix your life. You gotta fix your life. You gotta have a healthy lifestyle, and you gotta have a change in mindset, right? Like a shift in
Like
mindset.
it starts with the change in mindset. I mean, I'm not saying everybody has to meditate or everybody has to train and work out every day, but that's general good, and I don't have to explain that it's healthy for overall for your life. But like what you said, that's on point. First, you have to have the right mindset. You can't start trading and thinking with a mindset which is based on fears out of the past and fears about what is happening in the, like, just when I'm saying it should be so clear to everyone.
Yep.
Like if you enter a trade and this triggers fear about that you could lose, then you're already on the long side. Your decision making is not on point. When you look at the charts, it will be not really looking at price action or tape reading like Danny said. It will be about how to avoid a losing trade. And then we start with having the thoughts, and then we have this maybe fate. Oh my God, if buy this trade now, and it's gonna go to this level. I'm gonna make 10 whatever percent plus, and then you start to averaging down when the price is going against you. You make all the mistakes everybody's talking about. But the real cause for this is just your general mindset. It's not trading related. You would end up with any other stuff which would require that mindset. You would lose in every instant, whatever you're trying. And the benefit, and that's why somebody in the chat said that trading is something which has to do with self-discovery. You will there is no other education and shop which I can see in the world. Maybe like working in a special unit or something like, which really also brings you on the borders of some of your limits. But trading will bring you to your borders. It will test your limits. It will test how strong you are. There's nothing else in the world, like a lawyer, a doctor. Yes, they have a lot of they really need to do a good job, but they will never reach the limits you will reach as a trader. And everybody who ever lost and whoever got into a situation or a drawdown or losing something, you will know exactly what I'm talking about right now. And no other thing like trading brings you there, but like the reward you're getting for your whole life and everything related to whatever you're doing on earth for the next 50 years, it will benefit so much if you try and if you start to fix that. You will make money. You will be generally more happier in life. You will enjoy life much more. I'm talking myself into kind of an ecstasy because this is the real reward. Leave the money out, but life is so much better if you have the right mindset. Everything is getting easier. You can handle situation differently. Like if you're a 10 years experienced trader and you fixed your mindset, nothing in life can really, like I've been through crazy stuff in my life, I can tell you. And one day when I'm out of my NDAs, I'm going to share all of these stories. But like my trading mindset and what I learned about trading, man, it kept me afloat. It gave me the power to do whatever I wanted to do. And this was not the trading like, okay, I can make money with trading. That's one thing. But just for me, the knowledge that tomorrow I can lose all my money and I can even end up in debt. And I know this is like not a question for me in my mind anymore. I know, give me $100, give me $500, and that's the money I will get somewhere. In 2 years, I will be back on my feet and big time. And like, I'm not saying that just to motivate you. It's really the reality in my head, and I know it's true. And coming to this point, you can't even imagine what it does to your life. Like all this fear about, oh, I'm gonna lose my job, or what is I'm doing, how I pay this, how I do that. It all goes away. And your mindset is just completely different. But first step is really to work on your mindset and to really dig into yourself. We are all different, all humans are different, but I strongly believe that we are creating our own reality in our heads. That's where it starts. So, okay. Too much enthusiasm. Thank you, guys.
No, I like
Thank
this
you.
more. I like hearing this more than me talk.
No, I mean, like, I can't say it anymore.
I've heard ICT said that ICT has said that. I've heard that from ICT multiple times before too. So it's just like it's so like interesting as like what I because like you know like these are people like I look up to, like someone like the Master and ICT, and like they all say the same thing, which is it's just so cool for me.
It goes even deeper. If you look at every single successful person, if you like them or not, that's not the question. But they will all. I have seen billionaires. I have seen millionaires. I live in Dubai. There's so much people with so much money you can't imagine. But all of them are telling you the same. If you talk to them, you will understand that every single of them has the mindset which you need. You will not meet a successful person who is telling you about whatever shit happened in the past. you will not have a single successful person, trader or not trader, it doesn't matter, worrying about the past. They all have the same mindset. And it's funny, most of them, like doing at least something like meditation, most of them, they understand the power of the mind and how you can, like even learning. People these days, I'm looking at YouTube and I'm just figuring out that the first IDR video is like 11 minutes. Yeah. So we are not talking about ICT videos with Power Plus. Yeah. So 11 minutes. And can you imagine that like the average watching time of this video is 4 minutes 24.
Oh man.
And this is a good value, by the way. Like compared to other stats on YouTube, this is quite good. It's almost 50%. But can you imagine? So what people also have to understand that nothing you learn, and like I saw somebody studying psychology, so he can confirm what I'm saying. So just because you read a book and you get the knowledge, this is doing nothing. It's literally creating a network in your brain. But if you don't train and repeat and work with it, they will not get activated. Like Joe Dispenza is saying, like neurons have to wire and fire together. You only get them to wire and fire together if you train it, and that's what ICT is saying. Like it's not enough to watch his videos. You have to do what Danny was doing right now with you guys. You have to watch at price how it's happening, and that's how knowledge turns into programs into your head, and the neurons wire and fire together, and then you create neural networks inside your brain. That's very simplified. I hope I'm not doing too much. I'm saying not too much wrong thing from a psychology perspective, but like this is proven. You can access this knowledge everywhere. So it's such an important point. And like what I really love about it, it's not only trading related. If you start working on this, you're gonna have a better life overall. And like that should be motivation enough to work on that one, because we all want to have a better life, no matter in which situation we are, right? So
Yes, sir.
always good to feel better. Like people thinking about what other, like all this trading, like trading is a present. Honestly, that's one of the biggest gift you can get presented, and if you go through with it, it will make such a difference because you learn so much for life. Like if you're a good trader, you don't care if Danny is telling me he's going short. Like as much I respect Danny, but I don't care. You
Yeah,
know.
same thing.
So I don't give a what Danny is saying when it comes to trading. When I have a different opinion, it's just, and like just translate that to life. How many times people think about what other people saying or thinking about them? You're gonna get rid of all of that. That's just like it's just coming like automatically to you. I had the big advantage that I started working and trading at work, so like I literally grew up with this one. I didn't even have to learn it, but like this like so much benefits for your life. You can sit in a group of people and you don't mind what other people thinking, not in a bad way. Yeah, you just understand. Like I understand, Danny has his own model in his head. Like he is trading what he like trained over years. So I understand if Danny is going short and I want to go long, it's just Danny has this model in his head and I follow my whole model. I'm not angry at him. I'm not feeling bad because he thinks he's short. It's just what it is. And this translated into real life, I'm pretty sure it's resonating with a lot of you guys. If you can just take this out of your head, what other people are doing, what other people have, and all this stuff, it doesn't matter because your life is beautiful anyway. You just have to accept it and acknowledge it.
100%. You just dialed in like the little psychology little thing from the little book that I posted a few days ago. Like you gotta be dialed in. Like when you're in your trading session, like if you don't, I mean, I don't believe in multitasking. So like one of the reasons why I don't like open up this chat or another chat or like, you know, because like I have the forum and things too. Like, is it's not when you're looking, when your energy is invested in, you know, reading other people's ideas or like having to deal with people asking like, oh, like what do I do now? Like what's wrong with my setup? What's my bias? Or like it's hard to like dial in and like ignore, they're all distractions, right? And they're gonna all
Yes.
affect how you make your decision when you're trading. So like I find it very difficult. Like I don't see any way I could distract it because like I'm human and like, you know, some people say like logical things and like that's just gonna just screw up what the decision I'm making. Like I might screw up, you know, mess up the model that I'm using, right? And like just because of that, you're just gonna ruin the entire session. And so like you gotta be smart about how you use, you know, even a platform such as Discord or the internet. You gotta know what's beneficial about it and what are the harmful things about it, because I mean it's fine if you know, if we're all learning here and like, you know, during the time that it's, you know, large volume, like we're just here to study, that you just go study. You're not trying to press no demo button or live button, like, but you know,
There's a
if
good question.
let me
Sorry.
take a look. Let's see.
How do you stop the competition mentality of I must be right? Like, you want to say something or like, should I go?
You
I
can
have a
go.
lot to say.
Yes, go.
So competition mentality is only there if you allow it to be there. So like I'm most probably one of the most competitive personalities on planet Earth. Like I do MMA, I'm doing skydiving, I'm doing like all the crazy stuff and I need to be the best. And so why I'm not at trading? Because I learned trading is not about being number 1 or 2 or 3 or something like that. Trading, how I approach trading from a psychology perspective is very simple for me. For me, I have my weekly, and still after 20 years, I still have the same setup every week. So I want to improve my skills. Like, how do I measure my improvement? That's how many trades I take, how many win rate I can achieve, how many times I have a scale where I judge my trades which I'm doing on all parameters which are important for me. And then I only look at the end of the week. I want to be better than the week before. And that's like giving my competitive nature all what it needs. Because there is nothing I can compare to. I can't compare to you, and I can't compare to Danny because like that's different worlds in every aspect, trading model wise, the amount wise, money wise, whatever. So competition mentality and being right, it's just like we are talking statistics, and everybody I can preach this 1 hour, and you have to understand it. It's all about statistic. Trading is not about being right. Trading is a statistic. No matter how you trade, even like when somebody's telling you he doesn't have to look at, still he's playing statistics. It's more complicated. What he already learned over watching price for years or whatever, he has his own trading model, and his own trading model is based on statistics. So that's the two things which are like taking competition mentality completely out for me. And I am like would be classified from a psychologist into somebody who would have a big problem with this one, because like that's my nature in life, that I always want to be alpha. And but like when it comes to trading, it's just simply I look every week how I'm getting better. Like literally every day. Every day I'm looking at my trades and I'm looking where can I get better. And then at the end of the week, I can compare my numbers. I can see where I moved, and that's enough for me. And I know it's a statistic game. So even a trader like me or like ICT, everybody is losing trades. So that has nothing to do with being wrong or right. Sometimes it's just price action is doing the opposite of what you expect, and that's fine. I embrace it. Like for me, losing trades are the ones I'm learning the most of. And when you come to this point where you embrace your losers and you see them as extremely valuable to learn out of them, that's the point where you're going to change. That's the point where you will see better when you take the next trade. That's the point where you will not directly after losing trade jump into the next trade again, because you will see that. So trading is a one. There is no world rank list of the best trader in the world. So there is not even anybody I could compete, you know. So even when I was working as a hedge fund manager and I won the Pinnacle Awards, which is like the highest award you can get when it comes to this professional hedge fund manager space. Even then, like the funds which were in competition with our fund or the fund I managed, they were completely doing different investment strategies than us. I mean, we were all quantified into the quant space, so we were all using algorithms to help our investment decisions, but like they were completely different. Like they had different assets, they had different time frames, etc. So even when I won that, it was not that I was the best in my space, because like the competitors were from completely different investment strategy perspective, all in the same bucket, of course, but like all over, like the top three were single-handedly different strategies. So even then, like, and like it's just like looking at yourself at trading and not competing against yourself, because that's the only person you're competing with. It's yourself, and your goal should be striving to get better every day, every single step on the way, and every week. And then you will it will just come automatically if you follow that. I learn daily. I'm, you know, sorry, last question. Like, what types of things are you still learning while trading? Like, I learned so much on my journey, because also the market is not the same like it was 12 years ago. Yeah, like when I started trading in around 2007, when I worked for the SLP, so I started working for them, like high frequency trading and electronical trading was just in the beginning. I went to CME. I know so many of the pit traders and old pit traders. One of my later bosses was like one of the most successful Chicago pit traders. And I also met so much people which were like making a lot of money while they were in the pit and trading there, because they were able, just based on the noise level inside the pit. Like when I'm talking about pit, it's like the old system, you know, of the movies, where like literally 100 people are in a small area and then they're raising their hands and they're making signs, and that's how trading was working before we introduced electronical trading or execution. So, and these people, they were able to place trades and to make money just based on the noise level, and like they could feel the vibe based on the noise level inside this area where the trading was happening. But some of them, they made the jump from getting away from this and going to electronical trading. And some of them, they were not able to adapt. So they literally, after electronical trading was taking over volume-wise, they were not able to make money in the markets anymore. Because all what they learned was based on this area, or like this noise and the signs and watching big traders from GS and all of this stuff. So that was all taken away from them. So some of them adapted, and like two of my former bosses, they have one of the biggest SLP companies in the world, which is called Jump Trading. And they have been successful pit traders too. But like when the time came, they adapted. And we had a lot of things like from 2000 to 2010, electronical trading changed the market completely. 2010, electronical trading and high frequency trading was taking over the market. And I don't know, there will be other things taking over the markets maybe in 10 years. So I always learn because the market is not the same like it was like 20 years ago. So there's always new nuances to trading, and people change, trading strategies change. So you learn every day. Like trading is well, like, if you think you can stop at one point in trading, it's not going to happen because market is developing, people are developing, so it will be always something to learn. I like to trade like with people. Like since I retired, that's the most annoying thing for me. So first I stopped retiring, so then I was finally able to get a tattoo on my arm. So I was very happy about it because I always wanted to have that. But like if you work for JP and Goldman, they are allowing you, so you can't have it. So, but I realized that I miss trading in a group, or at least have people around me. So maybe also one point why I'm chilling with you in Discord, because over the last 4 years, trading was a very, very boring thing for me. So yeah, I enjoy trading in a group. No. Okay, this is really the last time I answer this question. Algos are not going to change. Like if you think the DR and the algos are gonna get changed, then we need to have a change in the regular trading hours. It's impossible. It's just simply impossible. Forget about it. Don't even waste a second. And that's exactly mindset problem, guys. If you have the question algos can change, please go Google Joe Dispenza, change your mindset. You are not in the present moment. Right now, DR ICT is working. So get your ass and go and trade and make some money. And don't think about what could happen in 5 years that something could change. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I'm sorry when I'm very blunt there, but that's exactly what I mean. If you have this question in your head, work on your mindset. You're not going to be profitable with this mindset, I swear to you. It will always hit you in everything you want to do.